Hi guys, welcome to my channel Lush Gardener. I hope you guys are fine and are safe. So if you remember this patchophytum that I had made a short video on it when it was about to bloom, and this is how it looks like. Now all of the blooms have not opened up. The lower ones are yet to open up, but the upper ones, you can see how beautiful the flowers are. Now I'm not very sure about the exact ID, but it definitely resembles a lot like a succulent from the genus of patchophytum. Because it has these slightly thicker leaves or chubby leaves, and it looks a lot similar to moonstone, but the only thing is that they have these tips, so it's of course not a moonstone but a variety of patchophytum. Now a lot of people had asked me this question, can we use these leaves from the flower stalk for propagation? Now of course you can definitely take these leaves for propagation. As you can see, I'll take out few of these, but you have to ensure that they are from the stalk. So you have to properly take them from the stalk like this. So this is how they tend to look like. Now I would say this is not the best choice for leaf propagation, but either ways we happen to cut off the flower stalk and throw it off. So rather than throwing it off, you can just collect these leaves. Now the bigger the leaves, the much success you are going to have. Now these are very, very small, but still they will produce small little pups. But as I said, it's not a very ideal choice to get these for propagation, because a lot of times they tend to fail, but they also tend to put out pups. But it's going to be even more slow as compared to our other leaf propagation. But nevertheless, if you are throwing it off, it's always better to use these for propagation, because you never know, you might get lucky and you might start getting pups out of it. So this is also possible. So you can take the leaves from the flower stalk, and they can also produce pups for you. So I have taken all of those leaves because I'm not much interested in the flowers, because I don't collect seeds, and it's very difficult to grow succulents from the seeds. It is very tough. You can only imagine the leaf propagation can be very slow. So you can imagine a succulent growing from seed. It's going to be even more slow process. Now over here, this succulent was originally starting to stretch, but now it is kind of stable. But you can see this is where it had started to stretch. So the succulent is kind of bent. Now I want to do a cutting, but I'm not very sure, because it looks quite pretty, but I think I'll have to do a little bit of cutting in order for the succulent to grow upright and straight. So probably I'll have to do a cutting over here. But probably I'll do it in some other video, because I do not want to cut it off right away. I wanted to see how it looks like when it is completely bloomed. So I'm going to keep the blooms for some time. Ideally, I do not keep the blooms, but this time I didn't see any mealybugs or aphids on the flower stalk or on the blooms. So that was a very good thing. Otherwise, if I even happen to see one mealybug, I chop off the entire stem. But this time I just let it grow. So that's all about it. A lot of people had asked me about the bloom stalk leaves. Yes, you can definitely use them for propagation, but it's going to be a very tricky situation. But either ways, you can give it a try, because any which ways they are thrown off. The bloom stalk is thrown off, so it's better to keep them aside. So guys, that's all about it. I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep planting.